You broke because of you right now. Yes, it's your family, but we gotta understand and identify the things of our family that's causing us to be broke so you can reach your goals. To your success stories. I am your girl Nika Johnson, and I'm going to help you get there. I'm a credit coach and budgeting expert, and I help people take control of their money. And today we will be talking about how your family keep you broke. Let me say that one more time just to make sure you understood what I said. Today we'll be talking about how your family keeps you broke. Not only can you be broke because of your mindset, but you can also be broke because of your family. So go ahead and make sure that you are ready for this candid conversation, because I am talking to you. And by the end of this video, it may have you in a chokehold. And before we get started, make sure you like, you comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications and show your girl some love. All right, can we have the church say amen? Amen. It's time for you to come to the front of the congregation and hear what I have to say. In regards to have your family keep you broke, it's the entitlement of the financial burden. Have you ever felt like because you made it out the hood and you can't get your family out the hood that you have this sense of responsibility to help everybody? I'm here to tell you, quit playing Captain Save a Hoe. Have you ever took a flight? You ever seen the plane and they telling you, let's say that you're traveling with your kids and they next to you, and they ever say if something happened and the plane's about to crash, when that oxygen mask come down, you put it over your face. You don't put it before your kids. You don't put it on your kids. You put it over you. So I need y'all to take that oxygen mask and put it over your face and listen to me very closely. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you but you. Ain't nobody gonna have your back like you but you. And quit feeling so obligated to take on the world and to mask all these pains and these burdens, and as if we gotta wear this warrior complex of I'm strong. I'm a strong black woman. I'm a woman that is strong. I'm a mother that is strong. I don't take that as a compliment no more. It's more so of an insult. And so when I say that your family has this financial burden of that you're obligated to take care of everybody because you made a way out of no way. Why? When we all got the same 24 hours in a day, when you could have went to college, because when you could have started your business and you could have worked your way up within corporate America or whatever that you choose to do so, but you chose to be safe and be comfortable and live off of government assistance to do the very minimum just to get by. But I'm supposed to be mad? But you mad at me for simply wanting more. Ask yourself, why don't you want more? Quit allowing your family to put that financial burden on you. That could be from a funeral. Why? When somebody died, why is it the person who is more financially stable to bear all that cost? For an extended cousin, for a second cousin, for a sibling, but you didn't bear this person. This is not your responsibility. This is not your child. So why is it soon as somebody died, regardless of it could sometimes it don't even be a close kin. It could just be someone that got the same blood running through them. And because you got more money, that everybody look at you and wondering who gonna pay this bill. Oh, it could be from a standpoint of carrying the cost of a funeral, of planning it, of having to do everything financially. It could be from covering other people's life insurance to make sure it's taken care of, from granny and grandpa. But then let them pass away, everybody got their handout and want a piece of this pie of, oh, how we gonna get a cut of this life insurance? But you never paid the monthly premiums. But slow to give, quick to take. It could be the entitlement of the financial burden of when somebody go to jail, everybody looking at you, where that bond money. Why did you put your grown adult butt in that position to go to jail? And then I'm supposed to come bond you out? Why? Make it make sense. I am here to tell you, you're broke because of your family. But you gotta quit allowing your family to keep you broke, because you told me, or you told yourself, that you had some financial goals. Remember what you put on your vision board earlier this year? Or what about that you put on your vision board last year? Or the year before that? Or the year before that? And you still ain't where you want to be financially. How many times you said you want to become a homeowner and you've been renting all your goddamn life? You've been a serial renter for the last 10 years. When are you going to put yourself first for once and quit bearing that financial responsibility of your family? You're not responsible for them. You're responsible for you. So every time somebody go to jail, this ain't Monopoly. get out of the way free card, and you're supposed to always be the one that put up the money regardless if it's $500 to $5,000 to $50,000 or sometimes more. Why is it that you got to put your house up for a second lien so you could be able to use the equity to play for a lawyer? Why is it always on you? See, y'all don't hear me though. We don't be having these real conversations sometimes about how our culture that we normalize in some of these things is not really normalized. And if you feel like, Nika, you talking to me, more than likely I am. It's time to have these real conversations of what got us a chokehold when it comes to our finances, because we ain't budgeting our way to success. Our family ain't hitting our budget. We can't bond everybody out. Bond yourself out of the burden of this hostage, of this hold that your family had on you. Sometimes it's being a people pleaser, of doing everything that everybody else wants you to do, and it's costing you financially, but not only just financially, but mentally and spiritually, and sometimes even physically. Why is it that you gotta bear all of that by yourself? We ain't talking about how people always come to you to always want to borrow money. Ain't that something? People always want to ask you to borrow money regardless if it's $20 to $100 to sometimes $5 to $1,000 or more. They're always looking to borrow money from you. But soon as you ask for your money in return when they were supposed to give it by the deadline, the money becomes funky. It comes, you don't even need it. You want me to keep going? All these things that they could say when it's time to pay you back, but they didn't have that same energy when they borrowed it. Quit letting people borrow money from you. I'm here to tell you, if you can't come to them and ask to borrow that same dollar amount, baby, the answer is no. You hear me? That the answer is no. If you cannot come to them and ask for that same dollar amount, if I can't come to you and ask you for 10 bands, don't ever fix your lips to ask me to borrow $10,000. What do I look like, a bank? You thought this was the FDIC, federally insured your money? What? Quit allowing people to be liabilities in your life, because that is costly. We ain't just talking about when we taking risk in our lives. You know, when you making these investments, it's always going to be a gamble, right? But our family become risk too sometimes, because they're holding you back financially, and you're not waking up, what they say, to smell the coffee. I don't drink coffee because it ain't in the budget, but you get what I'm saying. Quit letting people borrow money from you. And let's not even talk about how you got to host events because you got the nicer house, because you got a bigger house, or simply because they want you to do it. Always the last minute, you gotta volunteer your home and you gotta host for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, in between for somebody's death anniversary or anything in between of that. They always want you to host. So you mean to tell me I gotta host, I gotta clean, cook, grocery shop, prep, and clean up after that? Because folks quick to want to make a to-go box when they go through that assembly line and don't even get their meal for it that day. You know, one thing I have learned that was a trauma trait that I didn't even realize. Growing up in the hood, and when I became more financially successful, having my mini mansion, is that I'm feeding you for today, not tomorrow. Because baby, it's not in my budget. We not about to buy a whole bunch of food and have a whole bunch of everybody gotta take leftovers. I'd rather run out of food now than have too much. So the reality of it is, folks always want you to host the event, from a graduation party to a baby shower to a birthday party. Y'all know y'all can go rent a gymnasium. You could go rent a social hall. You could go rent a facility that can host events. It ain't always gotta be at our house, y'all. If you can understand, it don't always have to be at your home. But people will place that burden. How is everybody else gonna contribute? Where's those ones that's gonna be prep cooking? The ones that's gonna be cooking? That takes work. And sometimes it's better just to cook for yourself instead of cooking for everybody else, because they become ungrateful, unsatisfied, and unappreciative. But ain't nothing like doing for you. And another thing, how your family keeps you broke, is the gifts. Why is it when it's time for you to receive a gift, it's always the cheap stuff? You ever had somebody give you some cheap stuff and then you end up re-gifting the gift that you got, and now you feel like you out of a gift? But when you're giving a gift, they tell you what you want, they tell you exactly what they want, and sometimes it's more expensive than the things that you asked for. Why? How is it people could always count somebody else's pockets? If you could be counting my pockets, you could be counting yours. Why is it people ask for the most outlandish, expensive gift, but you ain't gonna give somebody a $20 gift, but you always wanna ask for something a couple $100? You wanna ask for Jordans, purses, high cologne, perfume, trips. You asking for all these outlandish stuff. How are you asking somebody for a $500 car seat and stroller for that baby shower, but you only give somebody something from $50 from Ross to Marshall that you done found on the clearance rack? Your family keeps you broke, and these are some of the reasons why. If you can relate to any of this, chime in below. Comment below, okay? Comment below. But while we at it, how your family have a sense of entitlement of that financial burden, what I want you to do is go ahead and grab my ebook on ways to save money. These are basic steps that you can be able to take in your day-to-day life on ways to save money. Yes, it's going to start with your mindset. Make sure you see the other video of how your mindset keeps you broke. But grab the ebook on ways to save money, because you need to be able to save. Because the whole thing is, how we broke is because we don't have the financial means. Now, if you got the money, that's different. But a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you're not in a financial position to be even caring for everybody else in your family. You're doing the best that you can. You're still trying to just get by, but you do it with so much grace that people don't even realize it, because they always count in your pockets, but they can't never count their own. Because if you got time to count my pockets, you got time to pick up another job and keep counting yours. You see how that works? Another thing that keeps you broke is growing up too fast. I don't know if y'all ready for this conversation. You know what else caused you to be broke? Is growing up too fast, caring for your siblings. Feeling like that you gotta take care of them. Your siblings honestly become your first kid that you don't even realize that you didn't even ask for. You ain't even doing the grown up, but you're responsible to take care of somebody else's kids. And often we call them brother or sister. As much as love we give them, and as much as we may wanted and prayed and hoped for a play buddy, a baby of our own, a baby alive, but that baby is really alive and grow up, is that as a sibling, sometimes that's what causes us to be broke, is because the absence of the parent, of leaving that responsibility on the other sibling. And that's what keeps you broke, of taking care of your sibling as if they're your child or responsibility, of feeling guilty, feeling that self-sabotage of you knew what it was like growing up. You wanted to make for sure that you protected your sibling to not go through the same thing. And sometimes this is what caused kids to grow up too fast, to not be able to live their childhood, because you're taking care of your parents' kid. And they could be ripping around in the streets, they could be picking up another job, they could be going to school, they could be doing the best as they can. They could also be a single parent. And why they lean on typically the older sibling for that guidance, of that support. But people don't really realize the burden that you are carrying, and it creates an environment of something that your child will have to heal from. A sense is robbing you out of your childhood because you're taking care of your sibling. I think a lot of people could truly relate to that. I think a lot of people can relate to all of these that I'm gonna go through, but taking care of your siblings like they're your kids and they're not. If you have a big brother or a big sister or a cousin that was like a sibling, you are not responsible. You do not owe them anymore. You don't have to keep feeling like that you owe them because they keep throwing it in your face of how much they did for you. You're not that little girl and you're not that little boy. And sometimes we are crippling our loved ones from showing up being their best selves by always rushing to support them and aid them in need, but you don't never have someone to do the same for you. So here's your reminder of quit feeling like that you owe people, to quit overextending yourself because it's causing you to be broke. So wake up and take your blindfolds off and pay attention. And while we're at it, we're gonna talk about how your parents keep you broke. Look, I know I got serious, but baby, how many of y'all tired of parenting y'all parents? Baby, we didn't ask to be here. We didn't tell y'all was grown up here bumping and grinding. Look, your parents will make you feel bad because they just struggle with you, because they gave up their lives. They didn't get to live out their life. They sacrificed so much. I get it. I love you. I appreciate you, but I got a life to live. Some of these grown men can't be men and be the fathers or partners or husbands to their family because of their mother. Whew. I said it. These women cannot be better wives to their partner simply because you allowing your family in your business, or your mama's in your marriage because your mama ain't got no man, so she wants your man in. What? Your parents keeps you broke. When your mama always needs something for her money, when your mama always need a ride, when your mama always needs some food, when your mama can't pay her bills on time, it's your parents that's keeping you broke. Your parents always want something. You ever have your mama, your daddy, somebody borrow some money and they forget to pay you back, but then soon as you ask for your money back, it's a problem. Look, parenting your parents definitely keeps you broke. And I'm here to ask you, what are you gonna do? You got one life to live. You the child, you didn't ask to be here. Your mama done messed up your credit, but you too scared because whatever the reason, you not gonna make her own up to it. You ain't gonna make her pay down them debts. Your mama done messed up her own credit and then messed up yours. So what, you gonna mess up your kids and you gonna keep that cycle going? Quit parenting your parents. Quit enabling their bad behavior. Quit excusing them. Look, don't feel bad for wanting more for yourself, becoming a better parent. Don't allow your parents make you feel bad for wanting to be a better parent. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how it should be, to keep it honest. So whatever lack of motivation that they have within themselves, or because they didn't finish what they started, don't allow that to hinder you financially. Another thing is loans. When it comes to credit, we kind of touched on the financial impact, but I want to dig a little deeper. When folks ask you to co-sign, I'm here to tell you, if they don't care about their credit, why the hell they gonna care about yours? Your family always want. How about when you young and everybody wants you to put everybody on your phone plan? But guess what? You got 5 different folks on your phone plan. Some pay, some don't. Then the bill runs up, and the next thing you know, you got collections on your credit report. That impacts your credit. Do you have the money to pay a $2,000 phone bill? Have you looked at your credit report last time and seen that you got collections from US Cellular, Sprint, AT&T, or Verizon, or any other? Why do you feel the need? Because it's cheaper, it's going to be a discount or a deal. You can't put a price on a peace of mind. So I'm here to tell them folks no, they can't get it in their own name, but they'll need to put it in yours. Simple as that. So co-signing. Folks make you feel bad. Oh, you got good credit. Let me go ahead co-sign. No, because what y'all fail to realize is primary, secondary loan, you're still equally financially responsible. I get they may be young, but I don't care. If you don't care about your credit, and if they need credit prepared, send them the budget to success. We got you. But the reality of it is, your family gonna have your chokehold when it comes to lending. Your loan, they want to be an authorized user. They want a credit card. They want you to co-sign. They want to piggyback. Like, I get it. We should help people, give them a help up, but make for sure you helping the ones that need the actual help. So no, another thing that keeps you broke when it comes to your family, but hold on, before we go on, make for sure you like, and comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, and tune in below, and make for sure you see our other videos about what keeps you broke, because we need to make for sure we in our budget. We need to make for sure we in our bag. We need to make for sure that we're reaching all the financial goals that we set out for ourselves, and we can't do that if you go keep allowing your family to hold you back financially. So stop being broke. And for those of y'all that say, oh, broke is a choice, yes, it is a choice, but we all go through things. We all have certain traumas, and while we on the topic of trauma, it's your trauma with your family that keeps you broke. We don't talk about being touched and things like that, and your family, it gets swept in the rug, gets swept in the church's house, or you got them toxic uncles that get to be touchy, flirty, Philly, or you got the ones that's always drunk and smoking. You got people that doing certain things that you don't want to expose your child to. I'm here to tell you, them traumas keep you broke, because if you knew healthy boundaries, it will be so much easier for you to say no. It will be so much easier for you to protect yourself, but you don't have nobody, and we don't realize that some of y'all are kids in adult bodies because you're unresolved traumas. And because of your family, they keep you broke. So address your traumas, baby. Address them traumas and get the help that you need. Because guess what? These unhealed adults is going to raise more unhealed children, and they're going to become adults too. So what do you want to do? Look yourself in the mirror and get the help that you need. It's not want, it's need, and put it in your budget, because you can't afford not to heal anymore. You've been going through life too much for too long. Turmoil after turmoil, trauma after trauma, and it's just packaged and packaging on top and on top, and it's just you keep suffocating. You keep bearing it, and then until you explode. And now you look at yourself in the mirror, don't realize how angry, how bitter, how jealous, how insecure, how you have allowed these emotions to fester into you and not get the help that you need, not want, but need. So address those traumas and quit allowing that to hold you back. You don't owe your family. You don't owe anybody. What you do is owe yourself. I told you early on, it's time to put that oxygen mask on you. Save yourself. Put that mask on you so you could reach your financial goals. You broke because of you right now. Yes, it's your family, but we got to understand and identify the things of our family that's causing us to be broke, so you can reach your goals. And while we're talking about that, comes along that trauma is the insecurities of others projecting onto you. You ever desire to want to go to college? Nobody else in your family went to college, and you decided you wanted. You was exposed to it from one way or another. You seen it through social media, friends, school, or whatever it is. It could have been a college preparatory program, but you had the desire to want more. You ever said somebody tell you ain't gonna be nothing? You think you all that? You ain't shit. You bottom the barrel. You one of us. Their insecurities, their limited beliefs, and they start to project. And so long that you have heard so negative things about you that it blocked out the positive. You forgot who you are deep down inside. Do not allow anybody else's insecurities to project on you from being your best self, to go after your goals, to do the things that's necessary. People other insecurities because they can't pay their bills on time and they need money, because of your sibling, because whatever the case may be, making you feel bad. Don't do that. It could be the limited beliefs of, hey, I'm walking out on faith. I want to start a business. Everybody may not understand entrepreneurship. They think because you don't work, but you working more than what you did when you punch in the clock, that you got all this time in your hands and they can always call you, that you always free. Or when you do make some money, you post it for receipts and they want a pocket watch. Don't allow people to project their insecurities when it comes to your family, because financially that does something to you. They may tell you that you're fat, so then you get surgery. You do all these things and it's costing you more money. It's time to heal this inner part so it does not keep burning your pockets. Some other things that I did not touch on that came to mind is that what keeps you broke is the sudden emergencies, funerals, planning those type of things, family business, trying to keep the family business going and you have no desire. Whatever it is, there's a magnitude of things that hold you back when it comes to your family that cause you to be broke. So if you don't want to be broke no more, I need you to listen, I need you to understand, and not only that, I need you to implement. So not only I'm gonna tell you all the things that keep you broke, I'm gonna give you some tips and help you. But while we're at it, make sure you visit my website, www.isthatInYourBudget.com. There's a wide range of services and things that I have to be able to support you on those financial journey, regardless if it's ways to save money, if it's to fix your credit, or teaching you how to do it yourself, if it's on how to leverage your credit, if it's the meal calendar, whatever it is. We have a variety of services and products that's made for you at Mind when it comes to being intentional when it comes to our finances, because a lot of people is broke. They silently suffering. They're going from check to check. They're questioning filing bankruptcy for a little amount. We're gonna talk about that. But you've been broke for so long and you don't even know what the hell to do because it's normalizing your family. You used to your mama being broke. You used to your grandma being broke. You used to everybody around you being broke, and they normalize it. And so you are questioning your identity of who you are and what you want in life. It's time to put an end to that. If you don't want to be broke no more, make for sure you visit my website, www.isthatInYourBudget.com. Stop what you're doing right now and go visit. Support me as I support you and grab an ebook. Do the work. That's how you want to make for sure that you implementing so you don't be broke no more. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. There's too much resources out here, because if you work with me or work for somebody else, I still want you to win. But bottom line, let's stop normalizing being broke. It ain't cute. It's not a badge of honor. You broke because of the decisions that you continuously to make. You're not protecting yourself, and the cost is costly. The cost and the penalty that you're paying to be broke is what? You're broke. You was broke yesterday, you broke today, and you're gonna be broke tomorrow unless you do something about it. Make for sure you make the choice today that your later self will thank. Make this your last year struggling. Make this your last year being broke. I'm not saying it's gonna happen overnight, but learn how to save money. To be able to save $25. Baby, I don't care what you save, just save something. It was $25 that you did not have before. If it's being able to fix your credit, if it's canceling some subscription, if it's booking, whatever it is, don't be broke and quit normalizing it. Sometimes at the end of the day, you gotta look in the mirror and realize why you're broke. You. So before we get out of here, we done talked a wide range of things of how your family keeping you broke. Make for sure you comment below if there's anything that you would like to contribute, and make for sure you like, you comment, and subscribe. And before I get out of here, I just got one question for you. Is that in your budget?